Well, hello, Aries. This is your reading for the week of September 22nd. And I heard two songs as I was getting ready for you. And as I was deciding which part of the lyrics were relevant, something in my kitchen just went bonk. That's how Spirit talks to me. So, this is what I got. I got the lyrics from the musical Annie. The sun'll come out tomorrow. You can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. But then I also heard Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. And the part that struck me on that one was Here Comes the Sun. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter, little darling. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. But it's talking about things getting better. And then the part where that thing in my kitchen, which has been stable for the last 4 hours, just went clunk. It was just back to the Annie lyrics. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. So I'm feeling that for whoever I'm reading for with Aries, there are probably a couple of levels to it. But it seems to me like what I'm being told specifically for some of you is, however hard it's been, it's getting better. And look to the future and expect the future to be better. You've got the cards here. You've got so many cards here that are about change. And not just change, but change after difficulty. Change that has demanded of you to look at certain aspects of yourself and how you live and how you think, and trust that by maintaining your goal and a particular kind of attitude, things can really shift. Now, what I'm getting here, first of all, is the Pride card. Now, Aries, this is not in any way a criticism. We do know that as a fire sign, you can be very determined in terms of how you present your goals, how you present your needs to people. It can sometimes be very fiery. It can sometimes have in the past led to conflict. And some of it can come through as very prideful, not in a gentle, I am proud of myself kind of way, but in a way that can come off almost as a defense, almost an arrogance that you wouldn't necessarily think of as being arrogant, but it's more of a defended position in terms of how you see yourself. And that can have led to in the past you being a little bit less aware of yourself, because that kind of pridefulness can really close you off to seeing your own vulnerabilities. And sometimes that's why we take it on. And I mean, it's not just true of an Aries or a fire sign, it's human nature, right? But because you tend to react quickly, sometimes that's where you'll go first. And some of what you've been learning as you go through the process of self-awareness and expanded consciousness is learning about that part of yourself and learning how to negotiate that to keep the beautiful quality of that quick thinking and that fire and that passion, and at the same time learning how to use it to create cooperation rather than create walls and try to force situations. So that's really wonderful. And what you're being asked now at this point is pay attention to that. Pay attention to where you might still be leaning into a little bit of defensiveness that can actually feel like offensiveness with other people around you. And that I have to go back to that phrase. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. So for me, that goes along with this card that you've got that says risk success. You've also got the cards that are saying, okay, even if it's chaotic, even if you want so badly to control this situation, do your very best not to try to force an opinion on it. Do your very best to surrender into watching the situation evolve as it is, while you are keeping your intention, your thoughts, your energy focused on what your ultimate goal is. And in this case, what I feel you're being told is your ultimate goal is going to be, how can I put this? If you can orient your goal, thank you. If you can orient your goal beyond what it looks like on the table and chair reality, and instead orient it on what that's going to give you, then you are going to actually be engaging a higher energy in the resolution and the evolution of this. So what does that look like specifically? It might be, I really, really want a car. I'm going to get that car. When in fact, what you are looking at might be what you're really looking for is freedom. What you're looking for is a sense of the ability to move, physically move, make choices, go places, just that sense of freedom that a car would give you. Autonomy, it might be autonomy from somebody else. It might be the ability to act quickly instead of having to wait for everything else to happen. It really is about what the feeling quality of the change you want to make is about. And that's the energy you're being asked to look at and engage in. And that's going to allow you to stay a part of what is going on, connected to it in a way where you are able to let whatever's going on evolve itself into a new pathway. So what does that mean? That means if there's a situation that has been, well, let's go back to the phrase. If there's been sorrow, lack of clarity, sorrow, chaos, when we reach a level of fatigue and overwhelm, it can be natural to kind of go, that's it, I'm done. I can't. Ugh. Doesn't mean you're not still attached to it, however, energetically, right? So what they're suggesting is surrender to it. Not surrender in a way of, okay, that's fine. It's surrendering into, this is the way it is. I'm not going to resist what it is. That would be a very, very Aries thing to go, puff, no. I'm not going to resist what is. I'm going to notice what is. I'm going to stay in awareness of the situation. So it's staying present. It's an active state in which we remain engaged in the awareness of the situation. It's a softening into the reality as is, not resisting what is. It's allowing that it might change without being attached to the possibility that it will or how it will. So basically what that means is when you get into that state and you're holding that higher view of how you would like things to evolve from the point of view of feeling, emotion, desire for whatever that concrete thing is, that's where your spirit starts getting engaged in a more direct way, where you become the observer. As soon as you allow yourself to watch it with a certain level of curiosity, without judging it, without trying to fix it, what happens is now in the observer state, where you are allowing yourself to not be super critical or be all opinionated about it, when you allow yourself to take a slightly lighter approach to it and watch it, and just trust that it will get better. Things will get better. Things will evolve. And there you go, choose. Things will evolve along the line. See, that's the beautiful thing about chaos. The idea of chaos is that whenever there is a situation in a chaos, whenever a structure breaks down in any way, it releases a whole lot of energy. The idea within a situation of chaos is keep your mind on, keep your vision on, where you want it to go, because that is going to harness the energy of chaos. So it's don't get pulled down into it where you're all fragmented, and don't get defensive about it, and don't push it away. Observe what's going on around you. Just notice it. So it's literally like you're stepping back and you're watching all of this. You're saying, you know what? This could work out for the best. I'm going to take a lighter attitude. I'm not going to try to go into it and be all critical or controlling of the situation. I'm going to watch it play out. I'm going to choose how I'm going to respond. I can choose how I'm going to respond. And I am going to allow myself to step away from whatever the struggle is right now, so that I lift my energy up, so that I have more power in my vision and in my intention, because I'm not caught up in all of the angst and schmerz and pride and conflict and resistance that can come from a personality. So really what you're doing is you're allowing all of the higher elements of your spiritual beingness to come through and filter through your personality in a way where those great qualities don't go away, but now they're tempered with that higher awareness, with that greater sense of self-care, self-love. But more than that, it's that sense of you can be proud about the fact that you are improving yourself, that you can learn how to manage these fiery emotions in a way that really benefit you and people around you. Because when you're in that state and that fiery energy is being used in a way to create cooperation, whoa, man, it is so powerful. Again, what you are being suggested to do here is be in that neutral observer state as much as possible, because that is going to allow your intuition to come in and be there with you. It's there for you. It's there for everybody. It's just opening to it. It's hard to open to your intuition when you're in a reactive emotional state. It's almost impossible, because you don't have a clear lens at that point. So if you can allow yourself to surrender into letting it be, watch it, whatever chaos is coming, say, okay, you know what? This is good. It's loosening the energy so things can transform. This is how I'd like to feel in the transformation. I'm going to take a chance that this all can work. I'm not going to be all opinionated about what's going on. I'm just going to watch, because there's more going on than I know from many other levels and with all the other variables. And I can trust that the change is coming in a good way. Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. The sun is coming. It's been a dark, cold, lonely winter, but the sun is coming. Okay? Allow yourself to take the power of choice in terms of how you want to be within this, because not only is it going to make the situation better, this is your path to transformation, to self-improvement, and to getting in touch with yourself in a way where you have such deep self-appreciation and self-love that you don't have to be dealing with a rigid pride that can cut you off from people and from yourself. Okay, Aries? This is actually really good. Take care, my dears.